if you're stuck out in the wilderness or anything else like that and your phone is dead or you have no service and all you have is a ham radio such as the Baofeng UV5R, and you are in a forest or something else like that and you need to call out for help, well, there is a few things that you can do to increase the chances that you will get in contact with somebody. First things first that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get your antenna somewhere where it's not surrounded by all of these trees and foliage. In other terms, we're going to have to get somewhere a little bit more open. So now that we're somewhere a little bit more open, we may have a little bit better chance of actually getting a hold of somebody. But let's say that we still can't exactly reach who we need to talk to because we're on a very flat surface. What we're going to need to do is get higher up. Literally just being up on an elevated space such as the bed of a truck may actually increase the amount of range that you have. Getting this last little bit may help you and your radio physically see over the tree line and maybe get in contact with a repeater and or simplex contact with this Baofeng UV5R. Also, other things consist of things such as transmit power. Remember, you want to set your transmit power to high if you're in a situation where you actually need to make contact with somebody. Another thing that you may want to look for is things such as tones. So, things such as tones, you may want to set to things such as 141.3 for GMRS, or for ham, you may want to set it to 123 for your transmit tone. The reason that we do this is these are the most common tones in GMRS and amateur radio. Another thing that you may want to look for is if there's any repeaters in the area and what the offsets are. And you might want to have that knowledge beforehand because it'll be almost impossible to find the repeaters without actually knowing what the offsets and tones are. Another thing that you're going to want to look into is setting your alarm mode, instead of sight, putting it onto the tone. That way, whenever I actually press this button, this noise will go off. Another few things that you may want to look into is having emergency channel setup, such as GMRS or FRS channel 1, which is what they use a lot of times to actually go calling out for lost hikers. The 2-meter national calling simplex may be another thing you might be able to find another amateur radio user out on while you're actually out there on the trail. Hopefully with all the tips and tricks that I actually showed you, you're able to get in contact with somebody in case you're in a situation where you are not able to use your phone or any other way of contacting help.